In today's podcast episode, I'm focusing in on something that I actually think is the most important skill that we need to hone during our lives in order to really be able to read people and situations in a much better way. And that is this principle: energy is everything. Now, I don't mean the energy that we use in order to be able to get things done. I'm talking about the energy that we feel within ourselves when we are in particular situations or around certain individuals. And it is that energy that speaks so much more about a situation than the kind of surface level things ever do. I'll give you an example because I think over the years, I've definitely been able to hone this skill to the point where I feel that I can read the energy of people and situations pretty well. So I remember one time back in the UK, I went into a restaurant for, I can't remember if it was lunch or dinner, but immediately I sensed something was off. There were a few other people in the restaurant, but the energy was strange. Like I just didn't feel like it was a happy place. And I kind of felt in that moment that maybe the restaurant wasn't doing very well for itself. And lo and behold, a few weeks later, that particular restaurant closed down. This hasn't just happened once, it's happened quite a few times. And also with people as well. Like people can smile and they can say the sweetest things, but the energy they give off is completely contradictory to what they are saying on a surface level and doing on a surface level. And it's always made me really wary and cautious of those particular people. And it's always been for very good reason. And so, this is why I say it's so crucial to be able to listen in to how we feel in certain situations and around certain people. Because I do feel sometimes it's very easy just to listen to what we are given, the words, the actions. We kind of tend to look at that first. And sometimes that's enough for us, and we can make a judgment or form an opinion about a situation based on what we can physically see. But sometimes I don't think that we should just stop there. We do need to listen into ourselves about how we feel in a particular situation and about the energy that people are giving us about a particular situation as well. And I do think as well that energy is something that people cannot control. Like, for example, if I'm a horrible person, I can give you all the fake smiles under the sun. I can say the sweetest words that you've ever heard, but I am never going to be able to change the aura of who I am. That at some level, that is still going to transmit from me. I'm still going to give off an energy and vibe that I'm just not really a genuine person, or I'm just not a nice person, full stop. If, for example, you have a business and it's struggling financially or it's not doing as well as you had hoped, you can have the slickest interior to your shop. You can have the best website that you've ever designed, but there's still going to be this underlying energy that you are transmitting consciously or unconsciously that you are not doing well and that your business is not succeeding. And so I think, it's probably the most genuine factor that we can listen to when it comes to fully understanding a situation or person. And I just think sometimes we are a bit lazy and we don't really do that work and we don't really listen into ourselves. We believe the things that we see on the surface. And I think, we have to remember sometimes that those surface level things can be easily manipulated to meet the needs of other people. But energy is something that's quite pure, and it's something that cannot be as easily controlled as other factors in our lives. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that the next time you're in a situation where you're not sure about someone or about something, try to listen into how you're feeling about it. Remove and detach yourself from what is being presented to you through words or actions, and actually tune in to how you feel about a particular situation. I think for some people, this comes easier than others. But I do think that if you take the time to truly listen within as to how you kind of feel about a situation, you will always arrive at the answer and always arrive at the kind of energy that that particular situation or person is transmitting. And this is what I wanted to talk about in today's episode. Listening to your energy. How do you feel around certain people and in certain situations? And that is going to be your guiding factor as to what you need to do next. I will see you in the next episode.